I'm actually having a pretty good time with Disco Elysium, though. There's probably a reason for that. Gives you a lot of existential dread. Brings back a lot of brings back a lot. Kiki, give this pirate princess a pettin. Arisu. I got that Alice Madness Returns too. I remember always seeing advertisements and stuff for that. Arisu. Edo Mayo on a arcade machine. Oh, that's a little loud.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and
Plaisance.
Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Give this pirate princess a pettin.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I brought all kinds of energy.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in air.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
There I am asking for money with my yellow bag of pop cans.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Oink oink.
What is this insolence? She misunderstood.
I'm a powerful feudal lord. Yeah, the Baroness. Sauce Baroness. My sauce. Feel my dick in my enemy's eyes.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space. Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
La cultura.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Chin Chin Dasky. Joy-Con Dasky. Ooh na na na. Put your hands in there if you love and deny.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
A proper girl. Pirate princess.
Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
10, of course, because she started talking about it being haunted, and had to go check that out. Cursed.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as Mayonette.
A great value add. Great value.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
Creepy cheapy. Great value. Give this pirate princess a pettin.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
The power of gay compels you. Kiki.
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Kiki, give this pirate princess a pettin.
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
But no one knows where to look.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Oh, na na na. Put your hand in the air if you love tonight.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
D&D is for everyone. A gnome.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to...
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
She's right. Those curtains give off some eerie vibes. Better not mess with it.
Vibes. Vibe check.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Araness assault spot.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Be wary of those mysterious ornaments from the dark isles. Do you realize what's out there? Upon the mist-shrouded islands of Ile de Fantôme in Seminary, eerie pygmies and wild shamans practicing unnatural mysticism.
Shamans. Campfire shaman. Oh, she da da. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha.
They lurk in the tropical pearl of Seminary, casting strange magics on everyone. Ignore the curtains, or suffer the consequences.
Pull them open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Pull apart Finster's ass cheeks. What?
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Ooh, no, no.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal?
Because
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I'm a militia officer.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry. I
But
don't
there
mean to
was
be so
somebody
impolite.
killed,
Just
like
please don't go
right
there. I
over
can't allow
across
that.
the street.
You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers. You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Ooh, no, no, no.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Dusty old bones full of green dust. Ooh, no, no, no.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
I know. Are you ready for the monster? No, no same person probably would. Portrait of a man, vaguely androgynous. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Bit of a manly man. Bit of a manly man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Let's see. Safe scum.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms.
Whoopsie
It appears
daisy.
to be locked. Ow! Shoot! Who's
Well,
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in
dang.
dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms.
I was getting all of
It
those
appears to be locked.
last time. I was getting all those 17% and like
Ow!
15-17% dice rolls, and I was failing 70 and 80% ones.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you,
There we
covered
go.
in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms.
Well,
It
looks
appears
like-
to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
Break on
But
through to the
you've
other
done
side.
it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Gryffindor wins. Gryffindor wins. Give this pirate princess a pettin. Freeze dirt bags.
What is this place?
It's an adventure. Looks like a gym to me. Ooh, na na na. No idea, Kim, but my head hurts. My head hurts bad.
We don't have to explore an abandoned gym, you know? Besides, no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Ooh, na na na.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Quitius Fortis.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Yeah. Mommy wa naisho ni shite ne.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh, I'm a weightlifter.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
A wrestler, a Minoan wrestler. Minoan pirate princess.
A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Yeah. I don't know. Head hurts. Ooh, na na na. Dun, 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 dun. believe just a little while ago I was walking around a hallway like this, sweeping it and cleaning it all the damn time. Wonder why. Strange liquid. What is a demijohn? A demijohn. Finster liquid. Kiki liquid. Never gonna be able to shut up about that Kiki stuff. Spider webs. Blue Velvet. West Virginia Mothman. Virginia Mothman. Southwest Virginia Mothman. Slipstream.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Lar.
It's empty like a beehive
Moving
without
like
its
Bernie.
brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
Dangle. Lieutenant Dangle.
The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Whammy.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Pirate Princess of Pettin. Oh. Ooh, no. Southwest Virginia girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce. But piracy.
Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Indian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Fortress accident.
Fortress Accident is the company on whose
Fortress
name
Accident.
the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment. Fortress Accident SCR produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
ARGs.
Any other questions? Thank you and goodbye.
Tiles
Yes,
on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens.
I'm guessing I'm gonna need some more clues to that before I
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
can figure that out. I'm probably too gay and retarded.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Then make...
Ooh, na na na. Let's save and open that compartment. Why can't I get that damn banana peel off?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging up. Just relax.
Alright.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Slide that drawer open. Feel my dick in my enemy's ass.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Two octopuses are smiling, reaching their
Octopi.
tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These
Ooh,
let
na,
you go there too.
Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns,
Violet.
patches of glue.
Floral patterns, Pioneer Woman.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Apricots.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label
Cinnamon.
says tutti frutti.
Fuck. Motherfucker.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
Woma. He's a monster.
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road.
Kiki. Pet the pirate princess.
Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Bow collector, bow tie collector.
You. Every step I take will get
You,
lighter.
you,
It almost
you,
makes me
you.
run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always come back to it.
This Hellboy got me coming back for more.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything alright?
Fall sideways. haul ass up. I died again. I'm dying.
There is nothing.
It's an Argonian. I'm an Argonian. Look at me hiss.
Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it.
Yandere.
Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Ooh.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful.
Kiki.
Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
They're right behind me, aren't they? I'm cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Probably getting peed on.
It's delicious.
Oh.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Just water for me.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Yeah, luckily, thankfully, I heavily limit my drinking now.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
Hiller. All this tainted love you've given, I gave you all the boy could give.
10 minutes, maybe.
Came in contact with the burnout ruins of the past. Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
It does.
You dropped this. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Got more empathy in Inland Empire. Yeah, I remember walking around with the clipboard, investigating with my Asian partner. Oh, we show. Authoritarian. Martinez.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover.
You know what? Probably should go and get a pack of cigarettes. Cigarettes. Cigaretta. Pay for damages. Find smokes and smoke them. Smoke them if you got them. I have 7 over 7 real. Real.
Is this about the questions again?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. Saint Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company.
She's a BDSM owl too. Or a jester.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain, the great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I'm alright in real life. I'll keep that in here.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Yeah.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Give me the cigarettes.
Here you go, mister.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down!
Damn.
Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, you can't smoke in here. Please, don't fuck with Frit.
Shut up. It's already happening. Repercussions. There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Light it up.
I better go back and buy those again, but smoke outside like a civilized person. Ooh, na na na. I'm not a butt piracy butt piracy vampire shark. Vegan shark, vegan shark.
A colorful display of there, in that dark.
But I'm a black.
Don't ask. Don't look.
Here you go, mister.
Okay, now let's smoke.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes Platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
So if
There
I
are
do
several footprints in the
I do a little bit
left by
better.
work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs, maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. One, standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2, standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3, hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4, standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5, another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6, an aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
T for tame.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Oh no.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
Ach.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't know where any of this stuff's coming from.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other hosted up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name it the Odd Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harper. Or maybe a drummer?
Harper. The weight of royalty.
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
Dock. Gay dock workers.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Mm-hmm.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashot. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last one day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
Mozzarella Kiki hanging in the tree. K-I-S-S. Choking you blue.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Lynchburg.
Indeed. They all stood
Antioch.
in a row here and looked at the tree. Lonesome, long way home.
Lonesome Road DLC.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
If he's my baby, then he's always 11. My angel boy. Hana senai nani mo hana senai. A grown man. Hana senai nani o hana senai. Kill the hole. Tamoshka i the hole. Tamoshka. Tamoshka Moaner. Mummified pig head. Pigu Famingu. opiate and hep B.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down, a trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else, but you know it's a cop's cloak.
It's probably mine. I really need it, because I probably need it for the good bonuses it's gonna give.
Yes, it's probably yours.
Yeah.
It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
Yeah, I do.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Let's... Okay, these... Okay, maybe at least my Savoy flower will be a little bit better.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the
Damn it.
railing. No, no.
I'm gonna get that. Gotta get that. Boom boom pow.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
I'm gonna save scum till I get it. Cause I really wanna be wearing that cool ass cloak.
No, no.
No, no, no. Hana senai, nani, hana senai.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM
Gotta get
markings
that.
is still caught on the railing.
Damn. I will save scum until I get that cloak.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on
I
the
used to
railing.
roll the dice, feel my dick in my enemy's ass. My sauce.
No.
My sauce, Kiki. My sauce.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. No.
All things piratical.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings
Damn it.
is still caught on the railing.
I used to roll the dice. And dice rolls are not being kind to me with getting that damn coat.
No, no. That's still too high. What?
Took my pants and my shoes off.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Feel my dick in my enemy's ass. Wall.
No. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is
Damn,
still
man.
caught on the railing.
And I discovered sands. Beat my meat, my sauce. Beat Kiki's meat and sauce.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings
Good
is still
Lord.
caught on the railing.
I was getting all those 17% checks and stuff like that before.
Nope.
Sure can't get sure can't get one when I have to get a piece of gear like that though.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
I'm no stranger to the rain. I'm no ranger to the strange.
Nope.
Hanasena. He's a pirate. Alien pirate. Aranessa salt spot. One minute I held my nuts. Alright.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna keep doing it till it happens though.
No.
Do you know the definition of insanity? I'm gonna get that damn police coat. Did I ever get it? Did I?
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings.
There we
is
go,
still
I got it.
caught on the railing. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the
It's almost like magic. 我生气，我生气。会是我谢谢。More with that magic. Vampire pirate.
Martinez
The Vampire
goes about
Coast.
its daily routine as you soar through the air. The loud voices of protesters mix with the engine sounds from the traffic jam. Waves crash against the pier, and dense, salty sea air fills your lungs.
He's so on the money, Breton. Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
I really just wanted that damn coat. Yeah, Esprit Decor. I have a lot of that Esprit Decor. Beat my meat, my sauce. So long time disco, bet you it's Nabisco. Disco ass blazer. That looks better than the disco ass blazer at least. Mildly more professional, even if he is still sort of dumpy looking. Isabella. Piracy. I have an obsession with saving, I know. There's a reason for that. La fumée.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Diablo. Why antlers? I wonder why antlers. Twitch Deer Girl. YouTube Deer Girl.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. Because Friso was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
It's all satire. It was all satire all along. Everything.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Yeah, I know, I'm the type that needs color. I'm the type that needs pictures. I can't read books without pictures.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents.
That's sort of what this is.
The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
They're all committed to telling the radical truth.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. Kim, I think everybody is gay. I think she's a lesbian and he's gay.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling this thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
Confederate States. Cum slut. Cum slut.
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
Communists.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Oddly enough, this article has two bylines: Nasteb and Kalada Bernal and Exilus Buka. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Frita.
Dollar store brand.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
The promise of butthole destruction. No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the plot. Wow, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence. The bloody butthole. Oh
You
no.
see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Gimme bloody, please. Give me bloody. Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction. No one watches it for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Rock, paper, shotgun. Angel with a shotgun, fight until the war's won. I don't care if heaven won't take me back.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Sebenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
You can be interested in foreign people, though.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Tahine. Chamoy. You know, I got a bottle of that.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
I'm a controversy.
You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta.
Red and white. Strawberries and cream. Blood and cum, friend. Blood and cum.
Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Damn communists.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold. Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Someone left the coffee machine on.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Open that sucker up and look inside.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork laying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Yes.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
I'm probably going to fail this 83% one.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably, the head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Get me bloody, please. Get me bloody.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Dewey. Visual calculus +1. I'm starting to look like I just went to some sort of disco. Long time disco, bet you it's Nabisco. Bet you it's long time disco, bet you it's Jalisco. Nuevo Generación. Tell those pirates to go bother the Spanish.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Change for Jew, change for Jew.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
86753.
Calling. Calling.
Kiki.
Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Maybe I made a few.
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker.
You know, that's plastic love.
Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
I feel sad about Video Revachol. Millennials and Blockbuster. Nostalgia. Well, they're probably not the only one who have nostalgia for Blockbuster.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
It.
rain. Rain, rain, go away. Forest under snow. I missed some stuff up there.
Rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container. Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
It's a special snowflake.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Crane games.